Born organized and proud of it, Christy Marsh is known around these parts as my bonus daughter. Others know Christy as the author of the book Little Changes, Tales of a Reluctant Home Economics Pioneer, and founder of ChooseWiser.com. Christy gently educates others on how to create a healthier home through the products in which we smother our body, foods we devour, and the surroundings in which we immerse ourselves.
A meaty love story. During the dance of our pre-engagement dating ritual, my husband shared many new aspects of the world I hadn't experienced before. Like a proud peacock, he introduced me to Major League Baseball, Pai-Gow poker, clams and butter, and how to hit a bucket of balls at the driving range. Strutting his potential husband's skills, Ted wooed me by cooking his signature dish, creamy stroganoff, fresh from a 69-cent spice packet. For our first Valentine's Day, I made him a dish of Lover's spicy Kung Pao chicken. Of course, it was just plain old Kung Pao chicken, but enhancing the title elevated the mood for the evening. On drizzly weekends, we would snuggle on the couch to cheer on newcomer Alex Rodriguez of the Seattle Mariners, holding our mutually favorite bowl of white chicken chili. Until we met, I didn't realize how much childhood food preferences influenced the human mating ritual. I was dating a Wyoming boy who loved country music and red meat. I took a liking to Garth Brooks and served meat because, well, I was a pleaser. I was more of a summer fruit salad with poppy seed dressing kind of a woman. I wasn't quite a vegetarian. No, as a kid, I'd eaten my fill of tender Swiss steak cooked in an expanding oven bag, along with our family heirloom recipe, affectionately referred to as yuck. Oh, it was a complex dish of tater tots, layered with ground beef and frosted with a thick deposit of condensed cream soup. Not exactly a culinary masterpiece. My mom, a single mother, put in exceptionally long hours at work to raise my brother and me. Quick, 3-step casseroles were staples. Now that I was dating a meat lover, I tore pages from Cooking Like magazine, planned meals, and failed miserably. I would stare at slabs of red meat behind the butcher case, not knowing the difference between a loin, shank, or a flank. I didn't enjoy cooking meat. I didn't like the smell of flesh or having to responsibly consume the leftovers for the rest of the week. But my man upped the ante. Not only did he enjoy pork chops, steaks, ribs, and beer-braised brats, he was a hunter and opened my eyes to the literal meaning of bringing home the bacon. The nostalgia of hunting elk, deer, and pheasants meant more than just food to him. It was time he spent outdoors with his dad and had bow and arrow adventures with his buddies. It was a respect for wildlife and knowing where his food came from, the actual sage-covered high desert ravine in which the animals grazed. I could certainly meet him halfway and be open-minded about my Rocky Mountain man's affinity for meat. By taking this as a personal challenge, I was able to find USDA organic alternatives to pacify my own concerns about grocery store factory farm meat. While I felt so much better about these choices, it meant cutting back on portions and accepting top prices. Then came my breakthrough. Our family visited a grass-fed cattle farm in western Massachusetts, a humble farmhouse overlooking rolling pastured hills. We spent the afternoon talking to the farmers and touring the farm. There wasn't a stench. The belted Galloway herd wasn't packed in confined spaces for profit. Pleased with what I saw and how I felt meeting the farmers who raised the cows, we purchased 100 pounds of beef at $6.49 a pound. I know what you're thinking. What everyday family has $650 to drop on the side of a cow? Or, that's more than my car payment. Well, while it was more expensive compared to conventional grocery store ground beef, This was close to a year's supply of meat for us, simply paid up front. And the best news? This delivery included T-bones, ribs, tenderloin, roast, sausage, and stew meat. A steal by any grocery store flyer. Returning home, we divided the beef and costs among friends. Purchasing meat this way does require a shift in shopping strategy, and finding friends to share the loot makes it a bit more affordable for everyone. Finding our grass-fed beef supplier was a solution to my meat search. I felt like I was doing something good for my family, beneficial, not just fulfilling a task or a chore. With a sigh of relief, I was delighted my burgers and sausage exceeded my hunter husband's expectations for flavor and taste. Since cooking with grass-fed beef requires lower cooking temperatures and a third less time due to less fat, once I mastered my techniques, I was set. Recipes that used slow cooking methods were exceptionally succulent. The most radical supper time change was an emotional shift. I became deeply thankful. Maybe it was because I had invested so much time into the learning curve. Or maybe I felt at peace with nourishing my body with an animal that had also had a decent life. Or maybe it was the extra money I was investing. Roast servings were much smaller and bites were savored. I made more of an effort to turn leftover chicken breast into chicken salad sandwiches for the next day's lunchbox. Poultry carcasses were turned into soup stock. Regardless, not a scrap was wasted or tossed into the garbage. We may spend a little bit more, but we use less, enjoy deeply, and none of us has ever craved unhappy, run-of-the-mill meat again.
You can learn more about Christy Marsh at her website, choosewiser.com.